Hello, DJ Waldo here, Director of Community at Blue Sky Factory with today's email review. Today we'll be looking at an email from First Mariner Bank. It's a local bank in Baltimore, Maryland, and they also happen to be a Blue Sky Factory customer. As you can see from this email, this was sent to me by Erica Berry, who helps manage a lot of their email marketing there at First Mariner, and she told me that this email, the goal was to target, quote, potential parents of teens. So keep that in mind as we go through this. And they sent a couple different campaigns out, and this one again was specifically to potential parents of teens. As you can see here, I'm viewing this message with images off, and you can see it renders actually quite nicely. It means they've got a lot of text, which is good in this case. And you know, as you scroll down, you can certainly see everything without enabling images, and I think the images will only enhance the message, which is good. As far as the subject line, the subject here is First Mariner Exchange, May 2011. I know that First Mariner Bank does a lot of testing, so it'd be interesting to hear whether or not this subject line is one that works for them. As I've said in past email reviews, you know, I think that this subject line is quite generic and a little bit boring. However, it is very direct. It is their monthly newsletter, and the month is May, and the year is 2011. So that may work for them. But as I always say, subject line is one of the easiest things to test with some type of A/B split. Test two or more different subject lines, and send out the winning email based on whichever has the most opens or clicks or conversions or whatever metric is the most important to you. So let's go ahead and display images on this email. And as you can see, that definitely did enhance the message when you had images. So you can see the First Mariner Bank and their tagline. As I scroll down this email, they've got in their pre-header the option to view the email in your web browser, which is always good. It doesn't hurt to have that in there. And they've got the name of the newsletter here, the First Mariner Exchange. With the pre-header, I think this space is often underutilized. In this case, I would say it might be a little underutilized here as well. Good opportunity if you want, whatever your main call to action is, whatever you want people to do with this email, link that up here. So as I scroll down here, it looks like the main article at least is GPAs and credit scores. Does a teenager know what a credit score is, and should they? So and then there's a link in here to read more. So you may want to consider putting something about the GPAs and credit scores up here, and give people the option to link to it right away. They have the classic share links in here. So this is share through email or forward, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Dig. All good, as I say, and I don't see enough folks doing this, unfortunately. Tell me why, or why should I share it? What is in it for me to share it? Is there any kind of incentive to share it, or who should I share it with? So maybe some text around that of, you know, hey parents, share this with your teenager, or something like that. Because, you know, think about it, the mom or dad gets this email, and maybe they want to post it on their child's Facebook wall so they can be sure to read this. So that would be one way to do this. As we scroll down, I like the balance here. There's some text and some copy and some images. There are a couple different videos here that I really like. And as you can see, as I hover over, they've got nice alt text that says click here to view. I'm not going to click on this, but my assumption is that it's going to open up in another tab or another window, which is great. So then they can track the number of people who are clicking on this. Seems to be a lot of text here, but I like that it's just the voice of it is really good. I mean, if they're really talking to potential parents of teens, they just speak in a very conversational tone, which I really like. And then they have the click here to read more. I might give a couple other calls to action here. So maybe make this image clickable too. And because remember, I got to get all the way down to here, and I see this one little word that says here to click on more. So same thing with here, they've got click here. I test those different links and test the language on there. Instead of saying click here, you know, maybe link this up, check out how First Access Checking and help jumpstart your independent financial future, and link that instead. They've got the social network icons here, connect with us. So this is great, but why? What am I going to get on Facebook that I'm not going to get through email? What about Twitter versus email? So be very clear and explicit there of what's in it for me. And at the bottom, they've got the standard footer with a forward to a friend, subscribe, unsubscribe, etc., and then some of their affiliations here. Overall, I really like this email. I think it's well done, it's clear, it's crisp, and just got a couple suggestions in there. Again, DJ Waldo, Director of Community at Blue Sky Factory with today's email review.